So just one thing want to mention. Uh, sorry. So I have most of my cluster running. The only thing is not working is ceph object store. I have for storage class. I have ceph log as my default storage class, and I have a bucket which is an object store and the ceph file system. I really interested on how this bucket work, but probably it will replace S3 in the future. I'm not sure how can I do that for not for a second. But if I visit a values file just to, you know, oh, 1 second. There's something wrong with my. Okay. Oh, just 1 second. Let me check my cam. Okay, it's still here. It's still working. Yeah, so the configuration is kind of simple. Most of these configuration just do the same, just like others. There's no special, there's no special things. The only thing that different is that the metadata pool for the object store is 3. Meanwhile, the ceph file system has only okay 3 as well, which is interesting. We have 3 gateway instance. I'm not sure if I should do something like that, because now if you get the object ceph object store gateway, the Rados gateway, I believe that is 3. So if I change something like change it to let me see, let me just go to rook ceph first. So I probably need to add some help here. Well, I think so we can probably just ham deep release. Okay, I sorry guys, I'm not really that familiar with ham deep. Let me just see what how we use it. So I think just use this one. So probably just ham list, ham deep release, rook ceph, this one. Okay, I okay, I actually don't know. So as an anyway, I recall my previous. So previously I did upgrade. Yeah, okay, interesting. So if I upgraded this one, right? How is it we different? Well, key release name must equal several current value is rook ceph. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Rook ceph is correct value. Rook ceph. So not with ceph rook, right? It's rook and ceph. Because I'm not sure. Yeah. So we don't have any different. That's pretty weird. I mean, thing I can do is try to upgrade it. But before I do that, I suppose that there's one thing can make a difference. Now if I look at the deployment, you can see that this one is actually 3. So if I upgrade this one, I think it should be 1 instead. So just give it a shot. It's so hard here. So I believe that now if I get the deployment again, and the service, so we have a set object store, which is kind of where when we see this one. So the idea is that it is actually failing here, you know, if you describe it, because there's some kind of lattice epoch, which I honestly not sure what it is. So what I can probably do is try to understand what this is, just trying to do some tweaks with my configuration. So maybe I can get the deployment and try to delete this deployment. Yeah, so basically if I delete it, it just remove anyway. I think I just delete the service as well. I think that's the way to go, not sure. So if I upgrade it again, I'm not sure if something will be changed. Okay, there's one thing I think I need to do, which is whenever I upgrade the version, I need to change the bump the chat version as well. Probably it will have. Yeah, so what I think is that I can just have template and see for the difference. Okay, it's still the same. I'm not sure if I need to update the bump chat version as well. Not sure if you have. Yeah, so nothing changing. Definitely something wrong with my code. So I'm not very sure about this helm chart. You know, I have changed the instance to 1. Probably I just changed the replicate to 1 as well. Maybe it could have. And helm chart doesn't show any change, which is pretty weird. Okay, now there's some change. I think I need to update the app version as well to really make the change. I think, okay, there's no deployment, but there's a service. And it's was like 38 seconds ago. I probably go back to this later. Well, one thing I really want to do is check for the operator service. So we know we have the dashboard here. Probably it will be something. So I just going forward the part to 9,000 amount on my machine, and okay, not this service. And then I probably will use this one in my local host. Okay, so interesting. Okay. So oh fuck me, man. Okay, just 1 second, let me make some update really quick. Okay, that's good. Let me just close this one for now. So okay, the default password for ceph dashboard. Now what we are trying to do is let's just wait for something to come up, because sometimes the ceph cluster is just take time to really have something run up, and I think the deployment is failed. I just probably just do another upgrade to make sure. So I think default password is this guy, but okay, the admin, this is one. What about the password? Okay, I'm not sure. Let me just go here and uh, use this password. Not sure it's working. But probably not. So we set forward equally credential. Okay, so that's strange. You know what? One thing I can do is, it's very simple. I can just go directly to the secret itself. Let me just look up for a secret, the possibly something I can use. Okay, I have this password here. So let's just describe secret. So get secret value. I think there's a way to get that. So you basically just go directly for the data. So probably like this one to be helpful. Okay, let me see. So the secret is this guy, and we want to know the dashboard, right? This is the dashboard password. Okay, I think this is the result. You can try to use it to log in. Okay, same row. I probably think my username is wrong, so let me look up for the, maybe just go to the dashboard and try to describe the dashboard here. Maybe there's something there. I could look at the manifest file, but for this case I would rather just go directly to the dashboard and try to I'm not sure it's any dashboard here or not. Okay, there's something go up with this guy. The same row, just no different. Just one instant running and it's failing. Let's go back to this later, but I just want to log into my object store first. So probably we just describe get deployment for now, and then probably we just looking for the, okay, how do I know what is this responding to? So I can just go to this guy and try to understand where it's being deployed. Maybe it's just directly go to ceph root ceph manager. So if I got bot and the manager, we probably be okay, this guy. Okay, so let's just describe port like this. So probably the admin and the username will be okay. So basically this is the secret I need to decode as well. So let me uh, just check the history for a second. So this is something I will write down. Uh, so the username is here. So the secret will probably this guy. And if I do the same for the username, it should be probably a different path. I'm not sure. We just need to print this out first. But we will see something. Okay, that's pretty weird. Let me try to see. I think it will be either mon instead, not the. Yeah. So let's just try to describe this one instead. So I probably will just use secret username and try to decode it. So okay, that's weird. I never thought this is something I would look for. Okay, I almost give up now. Let's try to save through dashboard. Yeah, I probably just don't know about this one. Because this guy only has password and okay, so definitely I think just bring this down to password .ct. So we have this one and probably we just put it here. Evenly credential. So mm,
This consists, but already in name is Lens Grimmer. I hope it gives you an impression of what you can expect from Ceph Nautilus when it comes to the dashboard. So this is going to be a quick tour. I hope I will be able to create.
I probably just go here ask some question about that. Okay, that's pretty weird, I would say. Okay, so dashboard. What can I show? Well, I believe that um, yeah, probably I think my is just not correct at all. So I have the password here. I know that default username is admin, but it's just not working. So I'm not sure. So dashboard password is here. Dashboard username admin. So definitely not sure. I have no idea. It's just the fact that it's really something I don't know. So probably something happening behind it that I don't know. Okay, so let's just go back to previous error for a second. Um, Probably I think it's more important to fix it. Yeah, so a lot of people having the error here. Save group dashboard credential. Okay, so not very good at the moment. It's just so hot, and I have a lot of. I'm sweating a lot at the moment. So easy. So hot. Probably I just refresh this another time. Try log into it just another time as well. It's just a invalid credential, so uh, probably I just need to add something called the manager, I think. It's here somewhere. Okay, it's here, so probably just describe the manager. I know, maybe just get a second manager as well and try to log it out. So I assume that it's actually using the dashboard. Yeah. The one thing I would do now is try to deploy some dashboard. So I go to manifest file, and you probably see that there's some dashboard here. Probably I just use a story class called ceph, and yeah, just apply it. So it's really quick. It's not this one really quick. Maybe the only thing is missing is yeah. So what it does is it's basically now if I edit this one for a second, you can see that it's actually trying to push some log to look ceph here. So maybe I just can execute to that, cd to this ceph block and tell the date. And tell the host name. So that is pretty much it. I could try another part, which is probably in the future I might use it or not. So for now, I think let's go back to the previous error. We are happy. So the error we are having is definitely the I'm not sure, probably the object star here. So is it failing at the moment? So let me review all the options we have regarding the values of the object star. So let's just go to their documentation for now just to see if something will work for us. Yeah, so let's just go there. I kind of spend plenty of time on this kind of on several because I probably think it's something I would use. It's really easy to control anyways. It simply works for me. You know, just for first time installation, that is my impression. So I have a huge faith that it will continue working just fine. So object store is here. Okay, so it has metadata pool, which I'm not sure what it is. It has the gateway. It has a health check, which is okay. There's no problem with that. It has a story class. So, probably I will just add something like this one. Maybe it could make a difference. I don't know, man. I just gonna add it anyways. So we probably add some parameter. And just like always, we just before we upgrade it, we upgrade the version. Maybe I just delete this FC. Okay, that's interesting. So you're probably not allowed to. I can just upgrade it again. So yeah, so there's an arrow where am I facing, which is the previous arrow you see. So the arrow is not past arrow upgrade fail. So if I feel familiar with this kind of arrow, I probably just try to come back to this one and try to maybe the readme will have. I'm not sure. Okay, it should be something else. Maybe just Hanoi or something like that, or Vietnam. Vietnam. So there's a lot of things I would rather just try to fix it. Yeah, so there's nothing much I can see here. I know it could be better, but probably I just not adding anything like SSL certificate. Probably it will be helpful for some kind of encryption. But for now, I guess I will not add it for now. I'm trying to have some kind of documentation. So here they actually have some kind of placement and the resource and the zone and things like that. I'm not sure it's going to be helpful or not. So there's something I can add, for example, like the chart for chart 2. I'm not sure it could have. So the performance is okay, resources okay. I think the service probably helpful, just in case we use some kind of certificate. Probably we won't use any external gateway endpoint. Uh, Set object zone. Not sure about this one. So it's like some kind of like object realm. That could be useful for in the future if we have multiple different zone for our bucket. But for now, I don't really care about that. I just want to have one bucket working, and that's it. That's all we need. Besides that, I think the time is 3. Hosting network is false. I used to have this working, but now it's just not working. It's a bit strange to see that. You know. So I mean, probably I just kind of turn it to true, and yeah, we still have some kind of 3 instant and 3 replica pool. And yeah, probably not sure it's working or not, but just going to add version for this one. Regarding service, let me just describe the service for a second. I think there's nothing special about this guy, to be honest. I don't see that's very special at all. Hmm. So there's a lot of things mysterious for us. I think the guys who actually know how to fix it is not here, and he busy making some money. So probably, I would pay for that guy to actually fix this for me. you know, I would pay for that. I would pay a part of my salary to get this done. Because it's the most important thing that I just want to know some kind of documentation is there or not. So yeah, no results on internet. What the hell this shit, man? So I think this Gabriel is not there. So probably I just need to. Okay. I think there's no guys. I should play this hero before. I think there's something go related to a pouch, which is I'm not sure. Let me just check them for a second. So they have multi-zone group tutorial. Can we disable multi-site configuration? I don't want multi-site. I just want a simple thing to run up. Well, that's not smart to see here, to be honest. I think let me just bump this one for a second, just to see it's actually working. And so what the hell is zone? Do we have any kind of zone here? Yeah, so I'm not sure about the zone stuff, you know. Let me just try to go back to previous thing. I think there's something with the zone things. So zone is something could be happening to be something. It might be useful for us. I'm not sure. Yeah. So the zone. Yeah. Just go to the zone. Okay. So I know I could find here. And go to this part of the documentation. Be helpful. So we have set object store here, and we probably have some zone below the gateway. I think right below the gateway, and I think we have. So it has some kind of SSL certificate and bundle CA bundle reference. Yeah, I don't really give a shit about that, to be honest. We can just add zone something here below the, maybe just below the gateway. So I don't know, maybe it's some kind of geographical things. ceph object store. I don't understand what is no flash directory. Okay. What I can do is delete the ceph object store. Yeah, let's give this a few minutes. Okay, I'm not sure if there's a pause button for this guy. There's no pause button. That's okay. That's strange. But yeah, I probably be back in a few minutes. Okay, let me just make a chain for this guy. I think it will take forever to actually have this one working. So one thing I can do is edit this ceph object store. Yeah, I just okay. We just need to remove some kind of finalizer here. No, it's kind of weird. Everyone knows it's weird. So what I do is I will bump the chat version another time. Probably just to get something up and running. I'm not sure is there any better documentation that more intuitive than this guy. I mean, I know it's really a lot of details. So it's all the guy. Yeah, self object gateway is much more complicated. Much more complicated. Well, you know, as long as I have some kind of credential to work with S3 API, probably I can. Besides the condition, I think some kind of like user support should be available or something like that. It even has some kind of bucket notification. Yeah, probably just wait for a few seconds. I'm not sure. But the point is that we have some kind of command line. Well, let's just look at ceph, look Terraform. I'm not sure if there any guys who actually made these Terraform things for the webhook. Yeah, so I think could be a failure for me, a fail to me. Probably we should not use separate object storage anytime soon. As long as I see the storage class block storage working, then I really don't want to spend more time on it.
Hi, this is Steve with OS Nexus, and in this video we're going to set up ceph in 5 minutes or less. Ceph is an object storage technology that is largely maintained by Red Hat. It's fully integrated into Quantistore's software-defined storage system, and you can actually manage multiple ceph clusters with Quantistore. Quantistore's got a unique storage grid technology that allows you to connect multiple appliances together. Here we've got 3 appliances in our Quantistore storage grid, and we're going to go and configure these 3 appliances into a ceph cluster, and then we're going to go configure that ceph cluster and get all that done within 5 minutes. So, and then checks, and here it's grid by appliance or node admin across plant setup there stuff we want to make box. That looks good. We got our domain suffix set, and the last one, modify that set, and we're all good to go. So domain suffixes are set, our network is set up, and we are now ready to go do the actual ceph setup. This part of it, we should be through it in far less than 5 minutes. Let's give her a go. First step, let's create the ceph cluster. We're going to do that across all 3 nodes. We want the front end network and the back end network. The UI already detected which 2 networks we've got for those 2 nodes, and we're going to call this ceph cluster just demo ceph here. And that's it. So we're going to go create our ceph cluster, and we'll just keep an eye on it as it goes through. When you run commands in Quantistore, when you send a command into one of the grid nodes, it's going to launch that command and associate a task with it, and you're going to be able to monitor in real time all the activity. It doesn't matter which node you were logged into, you're going to see everything here in real time across all the nodes. You can see the ceph cluster formed really quickly in just a few seconds. It set up monitors on the first few boxes. If you set up a ceph cluster that's bigger, you're going to get 3 monitors by default, and you can go and add additional monitors right here. Just click add monitor, and you can add a monitor to any additional node. If you are adding additional Quantistore appliances to this ceph cluster, you can just say add member, and as I was mentioning before, you can manage multiple ceph clusters within a Quantistore grid. So say you had 10 appliances, you could have 3 nodes in a ceph cluster, and the first 3 and the other 7 nodes, or some subset of those clusters. The OS is going to want to take a device from each appliance. I'm doing this demo using some virtual machines that I set up in VMware. So these are Quantastore virtual appliances. If this was physical hardware, we want to pick devices from the other these clusters used for 221 and 4 that are on 220 are going to get sliced up into multiple journal partitions and then assigned out to the OSDs up above. So start creating into it to R&D, but the journal actually switch over are getting created. Node. Pick the data. I'm going to pick replica 2. You can pick any of those algorithms, the Prof 2, and it's going to go and set this all up for us. So the object pool group, we're just going to call this ceph OP. That's it. Go over here. Go and add object storage to our cluster using multi-crate OSDs. That took care of not just the OSDs, but attaching the pools for ceph S3 object pool group. So I've jumped ahead a minute just so to save some time here.
It's not something I'm looking for.
Hello explorers and welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about object storage. And object storage is a way where you can take something, whatever, it's bytes, it's strings, it's files, whatever it is, and put them into something where you store it and you give it a key. And that key should be unique, and it doesn't really care about what the key is, but you have one key in that you seem to be unique, and then you have an object that you store there. Create a standard S3 client with credentials with the region. There's S3 buckets I have on Amazon, and then it will store this POM file. That's how you store it. I didn't start the 4th one, but this is my cluster here, and I have some files stored in it. And if we look here, we have object gateway. So here we have my daemons. I set up a few daemons. We have my users here. I have a test account here. And if we look at this test account here, we have a keys tab. And under this keys, we have S3 keys, and I can show those. So here we have the key material for test changes. It's file. Let's see here, and Ansible etc, Ansible hosts, same servers for you to set up here, and it will install that for you. But you also need to look into the groups vars all, and here you need to add the let's see here where I can find it. Yeah, Radus gateway interface. Okay, this is the interface that I want to connect on. So that's how you set up this Radus object storage gateway. If we switch over to the Amazon client here, and I switch over to the local one, and we can look at how that is set up. And here you see that I have access credentials, my local credentials.
Okay.
I have my access key. That's the same as the access key for the Amazon storage.
Okay.
And then I have my secret key, and that's the same as the secret key for my Amazon storage. So that's equivalent to the ones that I use for my Amazon storage. They are different, of course, but it's exactly the same way you do to use credentials here. Then I create an Amazon client with a builder. I put those credentials in, and then I say I want an endpoint configuration here. And this endpoint configuration don't want a signing region, but I want a service point. And here I put in my monitor, one of the monitors, and then I put a port. If you want to have failover over all your cluster members where you have the object storage installed, you can put that behind a proxy, because this is just an HTTP request or an HTTPS request. And I had to put HTTP here because it's defaulting to HTTPS, and in this case I don't have any SSL set up. And then we
interesting. That's exactly what I want and expect. So okay, so there's no deployment for the object store, which is something I'm not really expecting to see. So it's pretty strange to see that. Yeah. Probably I need to update both of the chart version and things like that. Maybe it could have, I'm not sure. Like just forwarding the previous things I have. Maybe this time with different part. I'm not sure if it's going to make a difference. And just visit it for a bit. So it should be AWS, I think. Okay. So let me try to get the secret again. Okay, so you guys know what? I actually want to reinstall this guy another time. Probably it will have. This guy is actually really yeah, so you know what, I will actually haven't installed the whole thing, just get the service again. Yeah, just going to have installed the whole thing, and yeah, probably just try to delete everything here, erase from daemon set and everything. Hopefully it will work. Just remove this guy as well. I'm not sure of password. I probably remove all these guys as well, because we want a fresh installation, you know. We really want a fresh installation. So we're just going to release the service, endpoint. We'll see the storage, which I need to remove it as well. And some of this block too, maybe I just edit it, remove this one. We just try to delete this guy first before we do anything else. Save my system. Try to remove it. Object store, try to remove it. Maybe it will take time to really remove all this guy. So So in the I think position volume it will be manually removed. So just remove this guy. I know I have a sure I have a very huge belief that it will be saved somewhere in the memory of the maybe in the ECD, and we will be paid back later. But it's not a matter for now. I think most important thing is that scan it as well. Store. Get block pool. Block pool. Yeah. So I think when I get all this one, okay, the last thing is bot. Maybe just try to remove some of this guy. Metadata, I think. Maybe just add some force lead. Yeah, so secret again. Probably just secret. I'm not sure where is this secret coming from. So plenty of things I want to delete, but I'm just not sure why it's there. It must be a reason that is to be there. That's pretty severe. That's a reason why the ceph not allow me to edit certain things. I don't know where this guy coming from, but anyways, yeah. So let's just do a reboot. Probably it will help us to fix something. So we have the playbook here. Let me just go to playbook. So we have the let's just go to cluster playbook and run the font command. Yeah, it will take some time. Meanwhile, what I can do is try to let me just open it reboot here. What's blue here? Yeah, I think I will just end the video here. I'm not sure what else I can add, but my next activity will probably be